No, sir, Mr. Thompson, you know I don't put up with any of that. You understand?
Right.
Listen to me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You understand I'm not going to put up with that.
Yes, sir.
Not anything like that. You understand? Do you understand me?
Yes.
There's not going to be any private citizen, sovereign citizen, any of that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at revoking your release because, in my opinion, you should be in custody and should not have been released from custody. I believe this is a new law violation. Is that correct?
A what, sir?
A new law violation.
I don't know.
When you arrested on another driving license, suspended or revoked?
Yes, they were staking out my house, and I don't understand why I was going to get.
Today, we're heading down to Florida to catch a two-part series with one of the most ruthless judges. That is none other than the one and only Judge Brantley Clark. If you've been following this channel, then you already know that Judge Clark is one of our absolute favorites, especially when it comes to delivering no-nonsense justice on these pesky sovcidiots, or rude, contemptuous defendants. In part 1, we introduced this sovcit who just couldn't help but to continuously violate the law. Apparently, this genius thought it would be a great idea to drive to the records office to pull some paperwork, despite the fact that he does not even have a valid driver's license. Of course, officials took note and later issued him a citation, which wouldn't be a huge deal on its own, except for the fact that this also happens to be a probation violation. In part 2, this hard-headed defendant returns because he just can't seem to stay out of the driver's seat. After his most recent run-in with the law, he was caught red-handed behind the wheel again. But what makes matters worse is that it's now come to Judge Clark's attention this man should have never been released on his own recognizance to begin with. So, here's the million-dollar question. Will Judge Clark let this defendant handle his matters in court and then send him on his way a free man? Or will he revoke his probation and send this numbskull straight to the slammer? Stay tuned to find out.
Mr. Thompson?
You're now the attorney back for the state name.
No, sir, Mr. Thompson, you know I don't put up with any of that. You understand?
Right.
Listen to me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You understand I'm not going to put up with that.
Yes, sir.
Not anything like that. You understand? Do you understand me?
Yes.
There's not going to be any private citizen, sovereign citizen, any of that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're before the court today for your affidavit of violation of probation. You filed a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense. I've denied most of it. I'm going to probably deny the rest of it.
Really?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely.
I got some education to go, huh?
Sir?
So I've got some education to go.
Yes, sir. You're here today you got a new law violation of driving my license suspended or revoked. You don't want to have an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, sir.
You should.
But that's the thing is, I've never even been pulled over. I don't know how I got a license or a warrant or anything. Haven't been pulled over in more than a year. Any emergency contact. I went to go pick up a records request and they gave me a warrant instead of the records.
Do y'all know anything about this?
As to the new law.
Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir.
Don't answer that. I shouldn't ask that question.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Strike that from the record. I won't do that if you won't do any other mess. I won't ask you that question.
But you transfer that to.
Just filed. I just filed in the court file.
I tried to, and they wouldn't accept it.
All right. Was he arrested? Is there a new arrest for driving license suspended or revoked? State?
Yes, there was a bench warrant issued on 1/23/24 that's executed 1/29/24.
Said I was just doing a records request and had an agreed upon date to pick it up. Went up there to pick it up and gave me a warrant. So the records are requested.
I tell you what, I'm gonna let y'all
Return
do
that?
that. Listen, I'm gonna leave him on probation. I'm gonna set this for preliminary on April. What's that April date?
April 17th.
April 17th. I'm gonna let him take care of that in county court and see what happens. Okay?
Thank you.
And I think that's the only violation he had.
Yes, sir.
Keep doing what you're doing on this, and then we'll see you back in April, and you can take care of that in county court. Okay?
Right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sign a notice. He was given a notice, conditional release by Judge Campbell. Mr. Thompson, you wish to have an attorney appointed to represent you today? What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at revoking your release because, in my opinion, you should be in custody and should not have been released from custody. I believe this is a new law violation. Is that correct?
A what, sir?
A new law violation.
I don't.
When you arrested on another driving license, suspended or revoked,
Yes, they were staking out my house, and I don't understand why. I was going to get some food.
I'm going to revoke your release at this time and take you into custody for a violation of probation. Go ahead and take you into custody.
I'm here to finalize that disclaimer that I have. It's here now, sir. If you
Take him into
would
custody.
accept it, please.
I'm revoking your release. You should have been, you should have been held without bond. He's going to be held without bond.
I'm not going anywhere. The guy.
Just give him to his father bearer.
That's the mess. Can't believe this is happening again.
We'll talk to him again about an attorney when he has a seat of her.
I was down there trying to pay the fines before I came in here, sir.
Mr. Thompson,
Well, they told me to come back
I
after
didn't
this.
sign the warrant. I thought you were being held without bond. I guess I should have checked, but I'd have signed the warrant and you'd be held.
That was because my father, he said, I've been helping with the family. He's had a pacemaker put in just a few days ago, and I'm trying to help nurse the family.
Put him in the box.
You were taking me away from the
Put him
family.
in the box.
Anything else in your property that you want to give?
I got the money on me to pay the fine.
Put him in the box.
Sit right here.
Here.
Right there.
I need to use the restroom.
Wait a minute, hold on.
A few moments later.
Mr. Thomas, you before the court, you were arrested on a new misdemeanor charge. Judge Campbell, I think released you for a notice to appear today or released you on your pretrial release. This is my probation. I got a warrant, so I'm going to issue a warrant today, hold without bond, based on your.
What is that now?
Judge Campbell, you were arrested on a new misdemeanor driving license suspended or revoked. Judge Campbell, on your violation of probation, released you, the pretrial release program. I'm revoking that release because it's my probation, and I'm gonna hold you without bond based on the new violation.
That's just terrible.
Well, I can't help it, Mr. Thompson. You've got another
I was here to
charge.
disclaim and surrender all those documents that hold me liable here and move for subrogation.
Do you wish to have an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, sir.
You understand attorneys are, go ahead and swear Mr. Thomason in.
For what reason?
I'm gonna swear you and ask you some questions.
I don't think I'm supposed to be sworn in. Due to my faith.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you to affirm, not swear. Okay?
It's the same thing though, isn't it? Affirming and swearing.
I don't know.
I'm here for, let my yeas be a nay and my noes be a no.
Whatever that means. It means
Yes,
nothing to
sir.
me. But what I will
I'm here
do,
for
let me ask
honesty
you,
and
do you wish to have an,
justice.
do you wish to
There's
have,
no
an-
justice in
do
this
you wish
house.
to have an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, you keep doing it anyway though. I mean, I've never authorized that from
Do
the
you wish to
beginning.
have an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, sir.
All right. And how far did you get in school?
So
How far did you get in school?
graduated 12th grade.
Okay, and you were in the military, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I was in the Army infantry.
Okay.
Went to war and buried enough of my brothers and sisters to come home.
Yes, sir.
And this,
And
Kind
you
of
understand,
justice.
you can read and write? Correct?
to an extent,
Okay. You can't read and write altogether?
well, I mean, it all depends on what dictionary you're using too.
If you use a regular legal dictionary, can you read and write that? Read that.
Say again?
A regular dictionary.
Then what?
And you read it, it's a regular dictionary, Webster's dictionary.
Yes, I have one at home.
Okay. So you can write
I
too.
have several different ones. I have Black's Law's dictionaries as well.
I was going to
medical
say, so you can
dictionary.
read and write.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I know you've been treated, but I've had you examined before.
100% disabled.
I understand that. I've done everything I could to keep you out of
I've
jail.
already been injured 2 different times at the jails.
I understand that completely, Mr. Thomason, but I've had no luck. Every 2
I
months.
came here
you're
to
back
pay
in-
and they told me to come back to complete
Every
it.
2 months, you're back in court. So what I'm going to do, do you still wish to represent yourself?
I don't, I think that's the best matter for me.
I mean, it's up to you. Right now,
I just still think that's the best matter for me, but
what I'm going to
it
do,
doesn't seem like anything's fair inside this house. Nothing seems fair here.
how many times have you been released from custody in the last year?
I've been arrested 7 times
I
now
understand that.
without any victims. I don't understand how the state of Florida, a stack of papers can be a victim.
Okay. All right. I'm going to allow you to represent yourself. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have Mr. Thompson evaluated again. Miss Nelson, if you go ahead and prepare us on the court's own order, I'm gonna hold you without bond based on the new,
That's just
violation of
terrible.
probation.
My mother's 100% disabled. My dad has a pacemaker now, and you're gonna hold me without
Your
bond.
dad's
over
at court
driving
every day with you. I
infractions.
understand that completely, sir.
There's been no victims whatsoever in any of my arrests.
We're setting for October 23rd at 9 o'clock.
I get another month, thanks. No justice. I have your oath of office. Look, if you would adhere
He
to
can
it.
be taken, go ahead and have a seat.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.